second night in intensive care for Boris Johnson. Colleagues say the Prime Minister is in a stable condition and good spirits.
No early review of the UK's lockdown restrictions. Ministers say it's too early to tell if they're working.
The first patients arrive at London's new 4,000-bed Nightingale hospital.
Good morning. The rising cost of keeping workers employed. The government's job retention scheme could cost up to £40 billion over the next 3 months. That's triple the original estimates. What is life like on furlough?
Good morning. A stay-at-home reminder for Spurs as Jose Mourinho and Tottenham players were spotted training side by side in a public park.
Thank you, Mummy, for being a doctor. Thank you, Daddy, for being a policeman.
Oh, they're so cute. Our unsung heroes from the people who know them best. In the latest of our Hero Half Hours, we say thank you to the key workers keeping the country running.
Good morning. For many of us today,
Now, vets are recommending that cat owners should keep their pets indoors where possible during the current lockdown.
Yeah, scientists say the evidence is growing that humans can pass the virus to animals, particularly cats. But the British Veterinary Society says owners shouldn't worry about any risk of their cats infecting them. Owners should practice good hygiene and try to keep cats indoors, the society added.
Yeah, we did talk to one of our GPs about that the other day, didn't she? And she said evidence not conclusive either way yet, but just make sure that you wash your hands at all times. So that is still the key thing to do,
We've been told, haven't we, over and over. Should we have a quick look at the newspapers this morning?
Yes.
They're still being printed, which is in itself a feat of, of work and technology,
Quite impressive, isn't it, considering all the current restrictions? This is The Guardian. They're questioning who is making the decisions while Boris Johnson is in hospital. They say Dominic Raab, who's standing in for the Prime Minister, has been denied authority to act without the full agreement of the Cabinet.
On the front page of The Times is a picture of staff at George Eliot Hospital in Nuneaton with a message of support. You can see it there for Boris Johnson. Get well soon, they say.
Let's show you the Mirror. They're reporting that the Queen has sent words of comfort to Boris Johnson's fiancée, Carrie Symonds. And one of the most read stories on the BBC News website is a recommendation from vets, we're talking about this, that cat owners should keep their animals indoors to help stop the spread of the virus.